It is showtime! Clash of the Castle is 3 days away. As of right now, looking at the clock, we are officially less than 72 hours from a huge day for WWE. Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Falls Count Anywhere here on the Rhode Island Broadcasting Network. Erik Dunn here from home in Bridgewater, Massachusetts. Hope everyone is doing well. All you fans out there, I'm excited to give you guys the entire card for Clash of the Castle, as the card is complete and everything is set to go. All it is now is preparing for battle. So this show, Falls Count Anywhere, live every Wednesday at 5 on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Twitch, as well as Amazon, Google, Spotify, Red Circle, TuneIn, and Podbean Podcasts. Follow us on our Facebook and our YouTube channels, and also please don't be afraid to subscribe and keep all the up-to-date information regarding us. Also, Patreon is also something that you guys can do to help support us. Patreon at Rhode Island Broadcasting. You guys can actually be a monthly supporter to not only help us grow, but also help out this company, this channel, this station, and help make it better than it already is. So please join us. And you guys need more information, there is a link down below. So, as I mentioned to you guys earlier too, that next week's broadcast is going to be pretty damn good too, as I'm going to have the results for you, as we will then next week prepare for Money in the Bank live on Saturday. I believe the date is July 6th from Toronto. And that will be the last pre-owned live event for WWE out of the US before they return home to the States for SummerSlam at Cleveland Browns Stadium on Saturday, August 3rd, which is actually the day after I turned 25. But before I go any further, I would like to take this moment to wish the man behind the scenes, the creator of Rhode Island Broadcasting, Ron Rigo, a very happy birthday. His birthday was officially yesterday. And, I just passed a year, a little bit over a year now, since I joined RIB. And I want to take this opportunity to thank Ron again for the opportunities I've been able to have with this show and creating it and being able to grow with it. As I mentioned to you guys earlier, this was a 4-man team, and now this is a 1-man band, but it's really a duo in a way, because Ron behind the scenes helps me look good and keeps everything moving, and is just a huge asset to what I'm trying to do. And if he didn't believe in me, this show wouldn't be created. This show wouldn't have even been born. So I want to take this time to say thank you, Ron, for everything. And I'm looking forward to the business we're going to be doing down the road. And RIB is where it is because of you. So I appreciate you. All right, with that being said, this broadcast of Falls Count Anywhere is the exclusive property of Erik Dunn, Ron Rigo, and Rhode Island Broadcasting for the private use of our audience, but any publication, reuse, or redistribution by anyone is not prohibited and is given the express consent to be shared everywhere and is greatly appreciated. All right, Clash at the Castle from Glasgow, Scotland. 72 hours away, less than 72 hours away, live on Peacock. Here is the card for you guys, going down in order. And as of right now, there are 5 matches. Yep, 5 matches. So here they are. In a triple threat match for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles, it is the champions, the EST, Bianca Belair, and the powerful Jade Cargill against Alba Fair, Isla Dawn, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Stark. The champions are enjoying a dominant reign, Belair and Cargill, since unseating Damage Control at Backlash in France. And after taking down Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell, they're facing a new threat. Sorry. Fryer and Dawn have been itching for a title match and will get it in their home country of Scotland, giving Belair and Cargill maybe their greatest test yet of their reign. After both Fair and Dawn and Baszler and Stark attacked the champions on Raw and SmackDown, Cargill and Belair announced that they would defend against both of them at Clash of the Castle. So I do believe that Bianca and Jade, they will take this. And I think that their reign is going to be done for a long time. I really do. I mean, these are two, in my eyes, these are the two most powerful specimens regarding powerhouses of women in WWE. This team was like a team that they chiseled out of stone. There is nobody in that women's division of WWE, talented and all, that even come close to the brutality and strength of the EST Bianca Belair and the powerful Jade Cargill. Their reputations, they speak for themselves. The momentum's on their side, the crowd's behind them. They're going to do big things with this. And that's a promise there. So, Belair and Jade. Belair and Cargill, that's my pick there. Moving on up. Sami Zayn defending the Intercontinental title against Chad Gable. After Zayn overcame Gable in the final part of a gauntlet match to earn the right to challenge Gunther at WrestleMania, Master Gable trained the determined challenger to help him end the longest Intercontinental title reign in WWE history. In return, Sami offered Gable a title opportunity, but when Sami emerged victorious in Montreal, Gable snapped after the match and unleashed a vicious assault on the title holder. A bitter Gable soon turned blame on his allies in the Alpha Academy for their failures in the squared circle and for not helping him enough to win the gold. At the same time, he continued to tangle with the title holder, with Sami emerging victorious over Gable and Big Bronson Reed at King and Queen of the Ring. Now Zayn has granted a rematch to Gable, who will walk out as IC champion. Here is where my issue with this lies, and I need you guys to understand this. Chad Gable's contract expired last week. Or I believe this weekend, sorry. WWE has offered a stipulation in his contract that if he resigns with the company, he will become Intercontinental Champion in Scotland. Personally, I think Sami deserves this run, knowing how hard he's worked for it, how badly he's wanted it. I think he deserves it more. I'm picking Sami on this one, but I wouldn't be surprised, however, if Chad beats Sami because of that. But however, here's what we do know. If Sami does retain, that means Chad's not resigning with WWE. If Chad wins, that means that he resigned. So that's the way I look at that situation. Now, for the WWE Women's title, Bayley versus Piper Niven. Since winning the title at WrestleMania 40, Bayley has been tormented by Niven and Chelsea Green enough so that general manager Nick Aldis has deemed the Scotswoman the #1 contender to the role model, with Queen Nia Jax already having a guaranteed title shot at SummerSlam. Which superstar will be the first one to face her? I think it's going to be Bayley. I think Bayley's going to have a good run with this. I think she will have no problem with considering her reign. Sounds like Gable's winning the comment. Thank you for the comment. Yeah. It actually kind of does a little bit, doesn't it? If you could tell by the look on my face with reading that, I was disgusted with that. But here's what I do know. Even if Gable wins, let's say Chad does win. You know what? Let's backtrack. Let's say Chad does dethrone Sami and he's Intercontinental Champion. How many of you bet there'll be a face turn with Otis and Alpha Academy will be divided and done with? Because it looks to me like the WWE Universe wants Otis to turn on Chad and turn babyface. They don't like Otis as a heel. I don't. Or maybe Otis will screw Chad and Sammy will retain. Who knows? But I picked Bayley to retain her women's title. And now we move on to what are, in my eyes, are the two main events. But this one is interesting. But however, before I get into the one that I think is going to be the main event, um, really there's two main events. But let's get into the first one that we already know. The Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre getting his rematch for the World Heavyweight Championship against Damian Priest on the Judgment Day. At WrestleMania 40, Drew McIntyre finally got to win a world title in front of live fans. His moment, however, was short-lived due to a fight with CM Punk, as well as Priest cashing in his Money in the Bank contract. After the dust settled, the stats show that McIntyre was only champion for 5 minutes and 46 seconds. With McIntyre fully healed after being injured for a few months, the Scottish Warrior is ready to take back what he won at the grandest stage of them all. McIntyre, while bashing CM Punk verbally in the ring and online on Twitter, has continued to call the Archer of Infamy a paper and a fake champion. Priest, however, has been a dominant champion, defeated Jey Uso at Backlash in France, though the Judgment Day has been discombobulated since Rhea Ripley had to undergo surgery, and so did Dirty Dom Mysterio, who's also going to be out for 9 months. McIntyre stated that Priest is not keeping his focus on his title, instead of having to deal with the Judgment Day's problems with the LWO, Braun Strowman, and Awesome Truth. Aside from their brief match at WrestleMania 40, the Scottish Warrior defeated the Archer of Infamy on the January 22nd edition of Raw earlier on in the year. McIntyre and Priest have also stood together on the losing side of War Games back in November. In McIntyre's home country of Scotland, will he have the hometown advantage to put down Priest and take back the World Heavyweight title? I think, in my eyes, it's going to be McIntyre. Here's why I think it's going to be Drew. Even if Punk does something to try to interfere, I really feel like he will outsmart Punk, and that might set something else up. But however, if Punk does screw McIntyre out again, could Punk be turning heel? I mean, is it possible? Maybe. Punk's been heel before. I kind of think McIntyre is a heel. I don't know. I think the crowd's behind him right now, but we'll have to wait and see. But I definitely think it's going to be Drew. I think that if you screw him in his own home country, there's hell to pay right there. You're not going to get away with that. So I think Drew's going to take this one, and he should. And what, in my eyes, even though it looks like there's two main events, this should be the main event for Clash of the Castle. I know McIntyre, Scotland, I get it. But this one could be a banger and probably one of the matches of the year so far. Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, will be defending his undisputed WWE Championship against the phenomenal AJ Styles in an I Quit match. Listen to this preview. AJ Styles retired? Not exactly, because the phenomenal one reminded the WWE Universe of his deviousness after he suckered Cody into believing he was hanging up his boots and retiring. Just as Rhodes let down his guard, Styles blindsided the American Nightmare and executed a Styles clash from the ring steps to the floor. With the ruse complete, Cody responded by granting AJ a rematch for the WWE Championship at Clash of the Castle in Scotland with a twist. Cody demanded it will be an I Quit match. Neither superstar has competed in an I Quit match in their WWE tenures. These two battled back at Backlash in France, in a classic for the ages when Rhodes walked out as the victor in a hard-fought matchup. Since then, Cody retained the WWE Championship against United States Champion Logan Paul last month at King and Queen of the Ring. After losing to Randy Orton in the first round of the King and Queen of the Ring tournament and carrying out his heinous attack, AJ has catapulted himself back into title contention. Who will say the two dreaded words when these collide in one of the more personal and barbaric match types in WWE history? You're going to have to get an army to make Cody Rhodes say I quit. There's no way Cody's going to say I quit. I will be completely shocked if Cody doesn't win because he should win. My only question is, how long is the reign going to be for? Who will dethrone him? I'll cross that later on. But Cody should definitely take this. And I believe that is all 5. So going in order, I picked Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, Bayley, Sami Zayn, Valerian Cargill. On next week's broadcast, I will be dissecting the entire card along with the results. But however, I feel like I should also tell you this. It's only 5 matches for what might be a 2.5, 3 hour show. It's not really a long event. But I think that for WWE, they don't have to have like a long ass card. You know what I mean? They don't have to drag out the night if there's no need to. They're only putting what needs to be on there, and you know what? I think that makes a lot of sense to me. I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, it's definitely a good card, but I'm definitely looking forward to the. I think the match I'm mostly looking forward to right now is I'm definitely regarding Cody and AJ. I'm excited for another headbanger. McIntyre and Priest, I'm excited for that. But Sammy and Chad, we already know this. Sammy wins, Chad's leaving WWE. Chad dethrones Sammy, Chad's gonna stay. You know, next week's broadcast, however, I'll also give you guys the fallout on the Raw next Monday night after Clash of the Castle. I'll break that one down for you as well as the entire card with my predictions. I'll give you the results. But just to let you guys know, we're 3.5 weeks away from Money in the Bank in Toronto. Everything is going to set the course beginning on Raw Monday night. So, whatever happens on Saturday in the Glass Cow is going to set the stage and put the wheels in motion for what will happen in Toronto. I don't think I will have ever told you guys this at all, but even though I'm someone that likes to look ahead, if I don't have anything to use, I'm not going to go that far out. I'll stick with like what's current right now, like what's like right there. But I'm excited. Everything with WWE has lined up well. The current updates I have on like The Rock and Roman Reigns is The Rock is currently injured from a stunt he did on a movie he's filming. He hopefully he'll have a speedy recovery and come back. Roman's doing very well. He might be coming back for SummerSlam. I'm hoping right now they'll both be back for SummerSlam. Hopefully within the next coming days. I'll also be able to have access once it's up on YouTube. The post press conference after Clash of the Castle for WWE and you know we'll all be able to hear the words from Chief Content Officer CCO Paul Triple H Levesque and updates from him on how the whole night went and yada yada. And you know, for next week's show, guys, just going to dissect Clash of the Castle, previews for Money in the Bank if there's anything going on, and we will go from there. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for joining me here. I appreciate you guys for being involved. Please share out this show. Please like and subscribe to our show. Facebook and YouTube, please subscribe. Patreon, please try to support us if you can. Facebook, X, YouTube, and Twitch every Wednesday night live at 5. I am here. And once again, to the man, Ron Rigo, sir, once again, happy birthday, and thank you very much. This is Erik Dunn saying so long, and thank you from my home in Bridgewater, Massachusetts, and thank you all for supporting me. This has been a presentation of Falls Count Anywhere here on Rhode Island Broadcasting Network, guys. Next week, we're dissecting Clash of the Castle and maybe previewing Money in the Bank. I'll talk to you then. Thank you so much for watching and for listening.